excited today, man. I got with me a very great friend, man. So we're about to get into who he is, man. But first, welcome to the first episode of Pay Attention. Let's go! Yes, sir. So, man, I'm super duper excited because this podcast is gonna come bring some real life scenarios, some real life specifics to how we can change the conversation within our community, right? So we're gonna be focused on a lot of different topics, right? Cryptocurrency, real estate, the education system, systemic racism and statistics, current events, stock market, major moves, right? Investments, motivation, religion and faith, music and entertainment, and so much more. Let's get into it, man. Alongside me, my name is Xavier Smith, right? I do have my wonderful a friend, a confidant, a go-getter, and now a business partner, right? Mr. Caleb Punch.
Yes, sir.
So any words, man, for everyone, man, that's tuning in?
Man, what's up? My name is Caleb Punch, also known as C Punch. Xavier, first I do want to say thank you. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to sit here alongside with you and start this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we got a lot of big things ahead of us. We're going to be moving forward towards educating, informing, and bringing positivity into the lives of people that are a part of our generation and those to follow. So I'm really excited, man.
Now, one thing that's going to be so unique about this podcast is the fact that we're going to be interviewing people like C Punch, like his brand, like other people, mentors that he knows, that I know, so we can bring a lot of value to the people that's tuning in.
And the ultimate goal is to provide a platform that will help grow everybody in those areas and also be able to encourage those to follow their dreams and do what they love to do. You know what I'm saying? So
lit. Yes, sir. So we're about to get started, man. So boom, first segment, right? C Punch, you think they're ready?
I don't think they're ready. You think they're ready?
They may not be ready, man. But let's get into them, man. New music, let's get it.
Alright, so guys, today we're going to be previewing my latest single with Maxo Trill. It's called Slow It Down. You can find this song on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Those three main streaming services. You'll find it easily there. There's a music video out as well as some audio. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and show you the video right now.
Pick it up, get it, pull up smooth, get it. Slow it down, get it, pull up smooth, pull up smooth. Slow it down, pick it up, get it, pull up smooth, I'm finna hit it. You know that I'm with it, you better not forget it. You better not forget it, little bitch. You on the Patron, I'm off of that Henny, we lit it. Yeah. Slow it down, pick it up, get it, pull up smooth, I'm finna hit it. You know that I'm with it, you better not forget it. You better not forget it, little bitch. You on the Patron, I'm off of that Henny, we lit it.
Yeah, I'm off the Henny, I don't do the club. Shawty was looking, I told her come here. I know that's your bitch, but she digging the drip, so she hopping the whip and I'm changing the gears. This is a 40, I up it and blow it, I keep it, I told her this no souvenir. Stylin' and wildin', I change up the climate, no need for a stylin', they love what I wear. Slow this shit down like we listen to screws. She bitch and she mad cause I do what I do. Not focus on you cause I need hella blue. She wanna be bae, well she must be a fool. I'm grinding, I get it, I know that I'm gifted. I'm always just thinking about making a move. You know I'm OP, I can't strip by the fruit cause these bitches, they trifling, they picking, they chew.
Alright, you guys, so you just got a little sample of Slow It Down featuring Maxo Trill by me, myself, and I. You feel me? So thank you guys for listening. If you want to check out the rest of it, we'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to go check it out after the podcast. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next segment. So let's get to it.
So for this segment, Bulls and Bears, we're going to be bringing to you a live analysis of some crypto, of some forex pairs, of even some stock trends that you can take advantage of today. If you know about crypto, if you've heard about crypto, then one of the most popular, commonly known, is Bitcoin. This price is growing rapidly on a consistent basis. Now it's worth billions, right? The industry, the market, the coin itself, Bitcoin, is worth billions of dollars. So here, right, it's coinmarketcap.com, right? With coinmarketcap.com, they're going to be able to allow you to research. They're going to give you the numbers. They're going to allow you to get the information, the who, what, when, where. Take you from zero to hero so that you can have the information and the proper accredited research to help you make the next investment your best investment. I want to show you guys crypto.com. This is a brand new way to get into the game right now, right? So with crypto.com, not only am I a user, or not only is C Punch a user, but we're also looking to help you guys learn about crypto wallets as well. So make sure you stay tuned in, because if you're looking for updates, moves, trends about what the market is doing next, you want to tune in. It's going to be covered by Caleb Punch, C Punch, and myself. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, that slow it down was tough, man.
Oh yeah?
Just real quick question. Where did you shoot the video at, man?
Man, I shot that video in Austin, Texas. A lot of people think it's LA. You know, I like to leave that guess up to the audience, like, oh shit, I don't know where this is. Oh, hold on, let me watch my language. But I don't know where this guy shot this video. You know what I'm saying? So I like to have that little mystery, but if you're tuning in right now, then well, there's your answer, man. Austin, Texas is where I shot the video.
That was a nice mention, man. Nice vibe.
I appreciate it, man. And hey, let's talk a little bit about the cryptos that you were talking about earlier, man.
Man, it's I'm still learning, man, but I'm actually able to own a few coins, man. And I know you own a few coins as well, man. I know you're a fan of Cardano, Solana,
yes,
Stellar, you know what I'm saying?
Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, you know, the big three, those.
Yeah, my God.
All those coins, man. Yeah. It's a great startup investment. And even, you know, if you haven't had any experience with the market, there are plenty of penny stocks and coins and crypto coins that are easily affordable. I mean, there's some coins that you can buy, you know, multiple shares for $1. Dogecoin, you can get 5 coins for $1 at its current price. Shiba Inu, that's another one. For $1, I'm sure you can get close to 100,000 coins. So these are all coins we're going to be watching throughout the course of this.
Shiba hit $1. He's gonna be a very rich man. We gonna be some very rich men.
Okay, very rich men. So
stay tuned to the crypto wave, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I like how you brought up CoinMarketCap. I think that's a great platform for those who are looking to get started and haven't had any experience investing. CoinMarketCap definitely is a great platform to use for learning and watching how the market moves. Even if you don't know how to mark up a chart, you'll still be able to see the current trend that is on those coins or those cryptos and see how they're moving and see which direction they're going in. So, you know, for the audience that doesn't know what bulls and bears are, could you give us a little bit of a breakdown about bulls and bears and what that means? What is a bull? What is a bear?
Yeah, definitely, man. And I can gladly go into this before we go into the interview, man. So, a quick summary, man, of bulls and bears. Remember, you may have heard me in the segment say earlier, right? Bulls represent the market buying, right? Meaning the market is going up. So, if someone say the market is bullish, right, the market is moving up, right?
Uptrend.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? And then you have what they say bears, right? Bears are an example of a sell. So if someone say the market is bearish, right, that means the market is selling down,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And so when you're investing in these markets, whether it's stock market, the Forex market, or even a crypto market, understand this and you will put yourself in the best position possible. Buy low and sell high, right? I've met master traders. I've met traders who made thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. I even know a master trader who made $1 million in 45 seconds. Right? And he will tell you, buy low, sell high. So, man, when it comes to this investing, man, make sure that you're learning correctly. If you're looking for some more additional help, man, make sure you reach out to me. We can talk more about investing, more about financing your startup account to even get started today or whenever you're ready. But, man, that's all I can give you, man, to move on. But, man, bulls equal buy, bears equal sell, man. So if the market is buying, it's bullish. If the market is selling, it's bearish.
Great. That's some great information. Now, also, what I did want to ask you before we moved on from the crypto discussion, so would you say that most master traders and those who understand trading must understand that principle, buy low, sell high, if you want to have any success in any form of market, whether it's stocks or cryptos, right?
Like I said earlier, I know a bunch of master traders, right? I've been investing for about 2.5 years. that does not qualify me as a master trader, right? So these master traders you're referring to, like you already know, they're accredited. They've been trading for some probably 3, 5, and even 10 plus years. So the experience is far way overwhelming than what I am experienced to it or exposed to it in my first 2 years. So I have a lot to learn, and I'm excited about that because the market can teach you a lot about yourself, about money, and about life,
Exactly.
To answer your question, yes, absolutely, man. That is the foundation of any and every investment. Buy low, sell high. When you talk about investing, you want to get something when it's at its cheapest, at its lowest value, and you want to buy it in multiple shares, multiple types, multiple items of that. So that way, when it's time for the price to go up, you're selling for a max profit, right? You have multiple things to share. So even if you don't get rid of your entire inventory, you still have things in store. So you definitely want to buy low and sell high for any investment. Any investment, right? It should be cheaper now than it will be to get started later.
You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? Buy low, sell high. There are several cryptos and coins and even stocks that we'll be watching throughout the course of our podcast that we will be announcing and discussing when the time comes. So y'all just stay tuned, man. Stay prepared because there might be some moves that we might be able to give you some free sauce, some free knowledge about what might be happening in the market. Everything that we say is only a suggestion. We are not telling you to buy or sell anything, but we will give you our background and our knowledge and our research to help you guys make that decision. But at the end of the day, every decision you make within the market is your own.
So one special thing that you're going to see about this podcast, we're going to be interviewing people with success, people with information, people with results, right? That are in position to help other people learn, that want to help other people learn. They're looking to just give any gain, any value, or just expose you guys to new people that you can start following on a daily basis, man. But today's interview, C is going to be interviewing me, right? I'm going to be interviewing C. So this is going to be open for us to actually, one, get a chance to know each other. I don't know what he's going to ask me. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. But it's going to be a chance for us to actually reach out, find out a little bit more about each other live on camera, but create an environment where you guys understand the level of value that we have in store. So again, thank you guys. So man, let's get to it, C. I'm to see Punch, man. I see him repping the brand, man. Just show him the brand one time.
Oh, yeah. So right here, this is a little bit of an exclusive brand that I have right here. When I dropped my first tape, I know you didn't ask all that, but I do want to let people know a little bit about the brand. So this is my C Punch merchandise that I dropped when I released my first project in 2020. And when I say first project, my first project on all major streaming platforms. So that's Spotify, Apple, and Tidal, YouTube, everything like that. So I decided to come out with these shirts and merchandise to help promote the brand. It's a great marketing tool for not just me as an artist, but for anybody who's looking to start a brand, man, and start their own clothing line. So, definitely worthwhile, definitely something that I might want to continue going down the line, continue to put out some merchandise for the people that support me and for the community. So.
My God. Listen to some of his music, man. It's incredible, man. I like Again. I'm a fan of a lot of different projects in C Punch, man. So stay tuned, man. Billboard is definitely top 5 for me, man. So man.
One day.
Yeah, man. So it's going up, man. So man, let's get to it, man. One of my first questions for you.
Okay.
Right. I know you as a friend. Like I said, I know you since high school. I think middle school to be exact, like middle school track.
Yeah.
But I know you since middle school as a friend. I know you as an artist, right? I know you as a professional, right? I know you as a young man, So for the people that don't know you like I know you, right? Who is C Punch?
That's a bet, man. So C Punch, that is not only is it my artist name, but let me just get into how C Punch even came about. So, Caleb, that is my first name. My parents named me Caleb. They did not name me C, for those who didn't know. But I go by C Punch because that is a name that it just picked up and happened naturally. People naturally gravitated towards my last name. They're like, man, Punch, last name. What a cool last name. And so I would constantly be called or referred to by my last name, Punch. However, some people would throw the C in front of it like C punch, and it just had a little ring to it, you know. So it just kind of stuck. And even before I started calling myself C punch, there were people that were calling me C punch, and I didn't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, when I was growing up, I don't want to say I was insecure about my first name because it's a name, you know, at the end of the day. But I don't know. I felt like I was like, man, my last name's too cool to just be Caleb. You know what I'm saying? So that over time, as I started networking and meeting new people throughout school, you know, coaches and everything like that. Oh, and the football coaches love using my last name, man. Punch is just, imagine that name on the back of a jersey, man. If it was guys calling for me to be in the NFL, man, people be like, man, Punch, that's a cool ass last name. Now, so that's where the C Punch came from. But man, a little bit about myself. You know, I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. I also dabbled. I'm an athlete. You know, I was an athlete in school. And then I dabble into other things as well. You know, I'm really big on trying to put myself and my family in the best position possible to succeed and thrive in the world we live in today. I personally believe that you can achieve and have anything you want in this life if you work for it, you pray for it, and you have faith that it is already done. You know, not that it's going to happen, but you believe that it's done, because when you do that, you manifest that and you bring that into existence. You know, words, you ever heard the saying, words last a lifetime? You could think a lot of thoughts, but as soon as it comes out your mouth, it's there. And unfortunately, some people forget about the positive things you say, because if you say one bad thing, that can stick with somebody forever, especially if it's directed towards somebody. But that's what I'm saying with that is, once you bring those words, that energy into the earth, into the environment, you know, we're all connected to the earth one way or another. We're made of organic material that is from this earth. So when you speak about those things that you desire and you give it to God, you know, it can happen. What you feel like your purpose is and what the name Savior means to you.
Okay, that's a great question. And one thing I'm so excited about asking this question, man, because one thing I hear a lot is, "Oh, your name's Savior? Oh, you know what that means, right?" Or "Your name's Savior? Oh, you got a lot in store for you. You know, so you got a big bright future. You know, so It's always fun when I hear those, because you know, so I believe it. You know, and so with my name being Savior, you know, my purpose, I feel like it is just to show people how cool religion can be, you know what I'm saying? How cool you can be by being yourself, you know, and how cool it is to be different from everybody else.
Yep.
You know, I think that's one thing that makes me unique is I'm different. I accept the fact that I'm different. I embrace the fact that I'm different, but that allows me to think differently, and me thinking different allows me to move differently. And how I move is, I feel like, one of the most unique things about me, because no one is going to do what I do, how I do it. You know what I'm saying? Or say what I say, how I say it. You know, so with just life, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to, one, focus on becoming my best self. If I am meant to save someone and help someone else, who knows if that's one person or if that's a million, you know. But if I'm my best version, if I'm my strongest mentally, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? If I'm healthy, if I'm honest, humble, grateful, you know what I'm saying, then I could be in a better position to help anyone when it comes to it, you know. So I feel like my purpose is to be the best version of myself so that I can be of service to other people, you know. And I'm still learning what that means now, you know, at 21 years old. I still don't know my true purpose, you know. I still don't know what all I'm supposed to do, you know. So I still don't know what all God has in store for me, you know, and that's normal, you know. But I definitely just want to influence people to realize that you are cool, you know what I'm saying. You in your own skin, you and what you stand on is really cool, you know. Your purpose, right? I like to think about purpose, P-U-R, cat, and then P-O-S-E, right? Your cat pose, right? Your purpose, right? Your cat stance, right? Otherwise known as a catwalk, right? So when you think about a catwalk, right? When you're walking down the catwalk, your purpose is just reminding me, hey, purpose to Savior Smith means, what do you stand on? What do you stand for? You know, and so that's what I really am focused on, is really, what do I stand on? What do I stand for? Because if I don't stand for anything, I fall for everything.
Amen.
You know, so I definitely don't want to fall for everything because I don't want to be of the world. I don't want to participate of the world. And I don't want to be that person in the world that knows the other world, that knows they're wrong, but they continue to do wrong intentionally, right? It's a difference between making a mistake and it's a difference between doing wrong intentionally.
Yeah.
You know, over and over and over again. You know, so just focus on being my best self. You know, and whatever it is, whether that's with myself, with my family, with people, whether that's with YouTube, whether that's with Instagram, just always focus on being true to myself. Never focus on making my world or making me adapt to other people. I'd rather other people adapt to me than for me to adapt to other people. I don't know. That's just a mindset I have, you know. So great. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Okay, and so with finding out, you know, saying who you are, right? This is a two-part question for the second question, right?
Okay.
What year did your first single drop?
And my first single dropped in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
So part two to that question is, so what inspired you to actually go to music? What inspired that first drop, that first single to come out? And what was the name of it, by the way?
Right. Okay. So the first single I actually dropped was called "Let's Get It," and it was like it was. Now that I look back on it, it was only the appropriate name for a first song. Like, let's get it. You know, like we starting a new chapter, so let's get it. And what led me into even making music. So you know, my whole life I was raised around music. You know, I grew up in the church, and so you know, church. Listening to the choir, that was my favorite part of the service. You know, like as a little kid, I'd fall asleep and during the sermon or something, but I was always up during the choir when they were singing. So just that foundation, and then going into elementary school. The elementary school I went to was a magnet IB school, meaning that it was very diverse, and they had you participate in every single elective. So that would be anywhere from PE, dance, choir, art, computer, all that stuff. So in choir, that was one of my favorite electives because my choir teacher had a cockatoo, a parrot that like would flip its feathers up and make it look like it had a mohawk. And it was pretty funny and entertaining as a 5-year-old to a 10-year-old. Like that was so funny. So it was the highlight of my day, man. That was the only teacher I had that had an animal in her classroom. So it was always fun being there. And going into 3rd grade, she told me that I had a great voice and that I should participate in the Houston Boys Choir and audition. And looking back on it, I should have, but at the time and at the place I was in my life, you know, I'm a 5th grade or 3rd grader at the time. So I was very shy, timid, I was chubby. So it just wasn't in me to make that next step. But then as I got older and progressed in my life, middle school, I got thrown into choir as an elective, and it was something I didn't want to do in middle school, but then I ended up doing it again 7th grade, got into the band. Music has always just like been with me, even playing sports. But then when I went to high school, I put music to the side, I set it down, and it wasn't until I went to Atascocita where I actually met another player on the football team who also could sing, but I challenged his ability to sing by saying I could sing better. And word got around to him, like, literally right after, like, so I was like, man, I'm about to go tell him that you said that, like, blah, 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 blah. So then, going to that moment, you know, I was kind of put in the spot where I had to sing, and, you know, everybody was pretty impressed. It was like, man, this dude could actually sing. And he told me that I should join choir. And he was like, I'm in varsity choir, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, man, choir? No, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But when he started describing to me the benefits of being it, like, oh man, it's gonna help train your voice. There's some beautiful girls in choir, you know, and being in high school, you say pretty girls. I'm at a new school, man. Yeah, put me where the pretty girls at. So I got pulled out of class one day, and the choir director interviewed me or auditioned me and told me that I could sing. I told him I couldn't sight read or anything like that, but I was able to match pitches. And he's like, man, you would be a great addition to our choir, you know, at the varsity level. So I joined the choir, and then I had some situations happen towards the end of the year where the things I love the most got taken away from me. So that got me into the music, man. When I realized I couldn't sing, you know, do some of the things I love to do, I took it a lot more serious when I was able to do it again. I'm like, man, this is my gift. This is what God wants me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So once I was able to do it again, I started, you know, putting in the work to record my first single or get to that point. So I'm, you know, I'm networking with producers. I'm trying to like see what kind of style, how I want to come into the music, and I wanted to start making R&B. Go ahead and follow you up with the same question, man. You want to go ahead and let the audience know who is Savior Smith? What drives Savior Smith, and what made you have the mentality and drive and passion to want to do this for people? And just tell us a little bit about yourself and why we're doing this.
Okay, lit. Okay, well, first I want to say thank you, man, for the question, man. Thank you for being on the show, man. I look forward to more episodes, more season with you.
Me too.
Of course, man. But one reason why I started smiling is because who doesn't like talking about themselves, you know? But I don't want to say anything to sound cool. I don't want to say anything to sound like I'm perfect, you know. But to be completely me, you know, who is Savior Smith, man? I'm a very loving guy, right? I like to have a fun time, and to me, a fun time isn't just going out and spending money, right? I like to laugh, right? Believe it or not, I enjoy making other people laugh. I enjoy laughing, you know. So I'm a very positive person, you know. I'm a very loving person. I like to stand on honesty. I like to stand on respect. I'm very big on integrity and making sure that we, as men, respect ourselves so that the world can respect us. You know, so I'm very big on things like that. And, you know, they call me Savior, you know. A lot of people ask me, man, how did you come up with that name Savior, right? Who is Savior? Well, the truth be told, I can't remember the lady exactly, but my mom did not name me. My mom was actually at a baby shower for me, and they were playing a party game, and a lady won the game, and she said to name me Savior.
Wow.
You know.
So let me ask you, before you continue telling everybody who you are, since you got into the name, I mean, I am curious.
Yeah.
So your mom went into the baby shower wanting to basically gamble on your name.
I don't know.
Well, I don't want to say gamble,
I got you.
but like the floor was open to names and ideas.
I don't know.
Hey, well, maybe at a later time we'll all find out. You'll find out. We'll find out, and the audience will find out as well.
Facts, man.
That's really cool.
So that's Savior, man. You know, man, what drives me? I'm a very hardworking person. I've always been a hardworking person. In high school, I've had jobs. I've been working since high school. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been finding ways to create income. You know, I have an experience working with soundboards. I was 14 years old working at a soundboard, manipulating a soundboard. You know what I'm saying? The number one United Methodist Church in the entire world. Shout out Windsor Village, right? Shout out Windsor Village, man. Y'all know how we come in. The Windsor Village family, the game, the long way that way, you know. But literally, man, it's been a loving sensation, man. I learned the skill set at a young age that is advanced. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to hang around, touch, and even use multi-million dollars worth of technology. I've even had a chance to produce my own movie. So shout out to my mentors, man, Mr. A.B. Harris and Kevin Broussard, man, because those men have opened my eyes to life behind the camera, right, behind the scenes. And that's who I am. I like to be a behind-the-scenes type of guy, believe it or not, whether I have some, whether I look good, I got some jeans on, I got a polo on, I got a button-down on, or I got a sweater on. I like to look good, but I'm more comfortable being behind the camera, you know. So that's who I am, you know. What drives me is just my family, my purpose, my consistency to take care of my family. My purpose, I believe, is to provide for other people. You know, my name's Savior. I'm meant to make a way for somebody else other than myself, you know. So.